exclusively work in horror films. I can say without a shadow of doubt, that's the only thing they've ever wanted to do. A lot of people get typecasted. I've been very fortunate in that I get to work on a variety of different types of movies. But horror, again, let's face it, you look behind me, as I pointed out to you, you look at the wall here, I've got autographs and photos of Universal horror actors all over the place. It goes up and the left and the right. When I was a kid, in my room at home, I had pictures. On one side of my room, I had a picture of the Beatles, and on the other side of the room, I had a picture of a big poster. I should say poster of Bela Lugosi. So it's not surprising that I started off doing horror movies. I love them to death. I love modern orchestral music. To me, clusters don't scare me. Clusters and sound mass to me is the voice of God. Comedy music is fine. It's appealing and makes people smile, which is a wonderful thing. Horror music, as a general rule, makes them scream. So I hope that answers your question. Like I said, right now I'm trying to stay away from horror stores consciously, but I'm sure I will return to them in time.
And
Thank you, my friend.
now, Jamie from Movie Geeks United sent you a question. He asked, what genre of film would you like to score? You thought you haven't had a chance to score.
Well, I actually worked on every single genre except one, and that's animated films. So I've never done an animated film. For the longest time, I thought I would never work on a Disney movie. And I used to say, humorously, Disney hiring me would be like Disney hiring Bela Lugosi to play Santa Claus in a movie. But lo and behold, they did hire me. As a matter of fact, I got a picture of Bela Lugosi playing Santa Claus in a movie. So, lo and behold, that would seem to be an insurmountable goal. So, fortunately, I have scored a couple of Disney movies. I have scored comedies, thrillers, sci-fi films, fantasies, action films, dramas. But again, the thing that's missing in my work are animated films. Do I want to score an animated film? You better believe it. Is it imperative that I score an animated film in my life? No. Actually, what I'm really dying to do more of are dramas right now. I know everyone says the same thing. Gee, dramas. I want dramas. I'm sure every agent in town is fed up with hearing their composer clients say, gee, agent, can't you get me a drama, an Oscar-winning drama, Oscar-type drama? Everyone's saying the same thing, but yeah, I'm saying it now too. As a matter of fact, I've just turned down a horror film today because I want to make space for a drama, which I'm hoping I will be working on.
Now,
Hope that answers your question. Maybe dramas, more dramas, especially after doing creation. I don't know if you got a chance to see that film that came and went within a sneeze, the period of a sneeze. But if you can get that video or the score itself, I would be so warmed if you got a chance to listen to it away from the picture, but as well with the picture. That I'm really proud of.
and it's still in Cineradio's top 10 film scores out there right now.
Seriously?
Yeah, for radio play.
Wow, that's awesome.
And
Because must
yeah, possibly.
that's,
Now,
that's a bad joke.
unless you're attracted to Gracie, listening to Christian right
No,
now. So, Avid Man, Avid Man, we want to get back to you. Here's a hi, old friend, Olivier de Brosset here from Underscores Magazine in Paris, France.
Oh, Olivier, all right.
My first question is about scoring horror movies. You've done a lot of work in this particular genre, but most of the time you always manage to keep fresh and to. Well, you know what? He stopped writing because you answered that question. But okay, so
What was the question?
well, I think he stopped. He stopped writing. Olivier.
Olivier, okay.
I think he stopped asking because you answered the question
Oh,
right
okay.
now. And then Lucas wants me to ask you, and I promised I would ask you. He wants a signed score sheet from you.
Of course, I'd be honored.
Okay, so there you have it. So Christian Citizen. Anyway, by the way, Chris is my first film composer I ever had the honor of having as a client.
And how lucky I was.
Me
Big
too.
change. changed my mind.
Um, so we're going to take a tour in a few minutes
Okay.
of the lair of Christopher Young, because this is one thing that no matter, you read about Chris, you see it on, in print or websites, and you don't get to experience where he works. So we're gonna try to walk around, let maybe we have wireless internet, so you
That would be
have the
awesome.
capability.
I'd love you guys to see this in my house.
So let's talk about, speaking of dramas, tell us about the new film you're currently working on as well. You always said when the Afghanistan.
Yeah. Well, I haven't started to work on it yet. We're still trying to work out the complications of how am I going to fit it into my schedule. But the film is called Black Tulip, and it's about his son is last name. God, that name, the director is in it. So his son is in it. I'm not exactly sure what Sonya's last name is. Excuse me, Sonya, if you're watching this, you probably not. But anyway, this is a movie that it talks about an Afghan family that during this period of Taliban regime decide if they're going to open up a restaurant, much like their father did or their grandfather did before them, that allows for people to come on the stage and voice their opinion, called the Poet's Corner. And it's Poet's Corner. So it's a place you get food, but at the same time you can get up and speak freely about the country, about politics, about your beliefs, and anti-Taliban sentiments. And so the story is the complexities of what happens to people that actually get up on stage and voice their opinions, and how this family is essentially kicked out of the country because they allowed that to happen. To come back, that's all the trials and tribulations of trying to allow people that free speech.
And the movie has already been accepted into festivals, right? Or you don't know yet?
No, I don't think it has been yet. No. No, I think she's just shooting to get it considered for Oscars, for an Oscar for Best Foreign Film. And it's the first film to come out of that country in, I think, 30 years or something. So it's pretty unique in that regard. And from what I understand, trying to get the big film was crazy. Because almost she could have cut it. I think she shot a lot of the footage of what was going on around the camera when she was shooting and all the.
So it was shot in Afghanistan.
Yes, it was shot in Afghanistan, and I guess there was some terrible things going on, fighting going on around her when he was shooting, and there was always this concern: are they going to get themselves shot? And so that in itself, the making of the movie, is a movie into itself, I'm sure. So, what's going to be fascinating about this is, again, it's going to require that the music reflect, the native music of the country, of which I know nothing about at this moment. So, it's going to be an exercise in exploration, sonic exploration. So that's where that's happening. What you got there? Is that Brooke Shields trying to get a hold of me again?
Samantha Barker, he knows. Samantha's giving me the note saying that Olivier is from France, who's staying with you. You realize?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's this one. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go in there in a second.
Those are my two friends.
Yeah.
My two wonderful friends. Hello, wonderful, the both of you. I didn't know, I thought it was you. Yeah.
Yeah, so, Olivia, who I saw when I was in Tenerife a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you saw him? Okay.
Yeah.
My friends, I'm sorry I didn't see you in Tenerife. I'm sorry I didn't see you in Ubita this year. Or Madrid, for that matter.
You have to go to Ghent. Even on your own time.
Yeah, okay, no, I'll go to Ghent if they invite me. Or even if they don't invite me, I should go. But anyway, both of you, I hope you're doing really, really well. I certainly miss you both, that for sure. What a joy it was to have you at my place. I think about you often and hope you both are well. Doing more than just well, doing wonderfully well.
And let me talk about that. Chris is honestly probably the most generous composer out there. Chris has been teaching film. This goes back to your question, Avid Man, is Chris Young has been teaching a class in film scoring, film music composition at USC for over 10 years now. He also